Hello, welcome to Medicoria. This is one of the videos in the Health Talk series in which I take and respond to questions concerning health. In today's video, we are going to discuss symptoms of heart disease. Heart disease is a growing concern in different parts of the world because every now and then we have more and more cases of people being diagnosed with heart disease, and several others die suddenly because of heart disease. Heart disease is quite a broad collection of diseases that I cannot cover individually, but I'm going to try as much as possible to talk about them in a simple way and encompass all of them as one entity, that is heart disease. I need us to remember that not everyone with heart disease might show symptoms. Some people might have no symptoms at all but have an early stage of heart disease ongoing. So it's important that even when you do not have symptoms, you do general checkup every once in a while, at least maybe once a year, just to make sure everything is fine. Now, heart disease presents with a wide variety of symptoms, some of which I'm going to cover in this video, but some others I may not. So one of them is fatigue. So here someone generally feels tired most of the day, and this fatigue keeps worsening as the day goes on, even when they have not really done a lot of work during the day. The other thing that you might experience is breathlessness. You tend to run out of breath. Well, it's normal for people to run out of breath when they engage in a lot of physical activity. But this is the kind of breathlessness that happens when someone is not really doing something that causes breathlessness normally. Some people might simply just walk a short distance and then they run out of breath and they feel like they should stop and rest. Others actually just get breathless with simple activities such as just dressing up. Maybe you just putting on your clothes and then you feel tired after doing that. Others even feel breathless at rest. It's a spectrum, and depending on the extent of disease, people might present differently. The other common thing that happens is that people tend to get breathless when they lie down. So usually when these people sleep, they prefer to sleep with a lot of pillows, because every time they lie down straight, they tend to get difficulties breathing. Sometimes you might also experience this breathlessness at night while you sleep. So you fall asleep at night, and then all of a sudden in the middle of the night you wake up and then you're struggling to breathe, and then perhaps you go back and sleep again, and then the same thing keeps happening over and over again. So that might also tell you that your heart might be having a problem. The other thing, which might be a little subtle but also might point to something serious, is that someone might feel dizzy all the time. By dizzy, you might generally feel lightheaded, you might feel like you're about to collapse, and you may not really be having a lot of other symptoms, but that might be all you have, and it could also point to something serious. The other thing is that these people tend to collapse a lot, and their collapses usually, when this person collapses, they don't really have jerking movements. And also when they collapse, they take a very short time after collapsing, and they usually recover on their own within less than 5 minutes. And also the other common phenomenon is that these people usually, when they collapse and then you hurry to sit them up, they usually collapse again. Because in heart disease, usually when someone gets up from a lying position, little blood starts to go to the brain, and then they collapse again. The other thing that might look minor but deserves to be taken seriously is what is called ankle swelling. So here someone starts to see their feet swelling or their legs swelling, and there may be no pain at all, but it just keeps on swelling, and then you might think it's something minor, but yet it might point to heart disease. The other one that might happen, especially in serious cases, is that someone might experience this chest pain. So most commonly it happens in the center of the chest, and it might feel like your chest is tight or like something is heavy on your chest. So most of the time it's in the center. Sometimes it can be on the left side, on the right side, and sometimes the pain can go all the way up to the neck, to the jaws. Sometimes it goes to the shoulders and to the arms, commonly the left hand side. And for some people this pain comes suddenly, and then when they sit down and rest for some time, the pain goes, and then you think it's something minor, but yet it actually means that your heart is in danger. There are several other signs that might come with heart disease. Sometimes you might just feel these headaches, and then sometimes you might have blurry vision. Sometimes some heart conditions can actually present with fever and a lot of other signs. But I basically wanted to put focus on these signs that are subtle and might look minor, but yet they point to a serious problem. I also want us to remember that these symptoms also happen in a lot of other conditions, for example, kidney disease and others, lung disease and so on. So you having one or more of this does not necessarily mean that you have heart disease, but might mean that you have a problem, most likely in your heart or elsewhere in your body. So in case you experience any of this, please do reach out to your medical practitioner and consult and be treated appropriately. The other thing that we need to know about heart disease is that usually the cause lies in our lifestyle. So if you're this kind of person that lives a sedentary lifestyle, all you do is sit around all day in your office or sleep around all day, or if you eat a lot of junk food, or people who smoke a lot or take a lot of alcohol, you're all at risk of developing heart disease. So it's important that we do exercise regularly and try to eat healthy, and try to avoid or minimize smoking and alcohol and all sorts of such things. Thank you so much for coming with me till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button. And if you do not want to miss out on similar videos in the future, do subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. And if you feel this information might be useful to someone else out there, do share with that person or other people that you care about. Thank you, and see you in the next video.